Did you know that right now, at this very moment, your body is silently working to synthesize one of the most complex, mysterious, and potent psychoactive substances that exist in nature, and yet, the vast majority of men waste it or consider it simple biological waste destined only for reproduction or the momentary relief of a physical urge? Listen to me carefully, sir, because what I am about to reveal to you in the next few minutes is going to change forever the way you value your own virility and what happens in the darkness of your bedroom, especially if you have already passed the 50-year mark and think you know everything about sex. There is a fascinating and controversial study from the State University of New York that compared women who had direct and frequent contact with male fluid versus those who used barriers or practiced abstinence, and the results left the scientific community in absolute shock because women exposed to your fluid presented significantly lower levels of depression and superior cognitive stability. This leads us to a conclusion that might sound like science fiction, but is pure medical reality. Your fluid is not just water and cells, it is literally a chemical cocktail loaded with hormones that alter the brain, from testosterone and estrogens to prolactin and natural opioids. Yes, you heard that right. Your body produces natural opioids, and when you read in the title or the thumbnail that your fluid acts like a pill in her brain, it was not a poetic metaphor to grab your attention. It is a strict pharmacological reality. The moment that fluid enters her system, a chain reaction occurs that hacks her central nervous system. And if you have ever wondered why she seems to change her attitude, why her eyes shine differently, or why she relaxes deeply, or even becomes more attached to you after an internal finish without barriers, today you are going to understand the chemical engineering behind that mystery and why you hold inside you the power to change her mood. I am a doctor specializing in male sexual health. And in this video, we are going to dissect what science calls the psychotropic property of semen. So get ready, because you are going to discover that you are much more than a lover. You are literally her medicine. Let's address the elephant in the room and that 5-minute promise that brought you here. Because surely you are wondering if that absorption speed is real or if it is a marketing exaggeration. The answer lies in the crucial difference between skin and mucous membranes. Normal skin is an almost impermeable barrier designed to protect us from the outside, but the mouth, the esophagus, and, very specifically, the vaginal canal are not skin. They are highly absorbent and vascularized mucous membranes, biologically designed to allow the passage of substances into the bloodstream almost immediately. However, there is a hierarchy you must know. Oral absorption is brutally fast, and just as certain heart medicines are placed under the tongue for an immediate effect that can save a life, when fluid enters via this route, it partially avoids the first pass of hepatic metabolism, and its chemical components hit her brain with dizzying speed. But this is where I want to pause and expand on what no one tells you, what she feels, and perhaps has never told you in words, because it is a purely visceral sensation. Let's talk about the pure female reaction. What happens inside her in those subsequent minutes? When you deposit your fluid internally, it is not just a thermal sensation of heat. It is a massive absorption event. The vaginal walls, which after orgasm are pulsating and full of blood, act like a biological sponge. In the first 3 to 5 minutes, while you recover, she experiences what we call the prostaglandin bath. Your fluid is rich in prostaglandins, substances that cause soft and pleasurable microcontractions in the uterus. But beyond the physical, she feels a kind of warm heaviness that radiates from her pelvis toward the rest of her body. It is vital that you understand this. Many women describe this sensation as mental silence. Before the act, her mind might have been full of noise, stress about the kids, work, or menopause. But when your chemistry enters her bloodstream, the combination of hormones acts as a specific sedative for female anxiety. She feels her limbs become heavy and pleasant, a sensation of fullness that is not just physical due to the volume of the fluid, but chemical. It is as if suddenly everything is right in the world. That glassy look, that soft smile, and that slow breathing you see in her is not just tiredness. It is the narcotic effect of your biology operating on her brain. It is the proof that you have managed to drug her with well-being. Here is where the scientific curiosity that few know comes in. which is that seminal fluid contains 3 perfectly identified natural antidepressants that boost this sensation. First, thyrotropin-releasing hormone, which acts as a potent mood stimulant. Second, melatonin, which is the universal sleep inducer, which is why she sleeps like a baby after the act if there was contact. And third, serotonin, the neurotransmitter of happiness and calm. When you finish and she receives that fluid, you are not just giving her genetic material for a possible pregnancy. You are administering an intravenous injection of calm and happiness that her body recognizes and processes instantly. I want to ask you a very serious question at this point, and I need your absolute honesty in the comments because this validates the clinical theory. Go down right now and tell me if you have noticed that, after the act, if there was direct contact with your fluid, she has a special shine on her skin, what we call the post-coital glow, or if you notice her being much more affectionate and docile the next day. Write, "Yes, I have seen the glow," or "No, I haven't noticed," because that interaction is key to understanding how potent your personal chemistry is, and I would love to read your real experience. Now let's dig deeper into something that scares some men and fascinates others, which is the concept of biological addiction or chemical attachment. There is a component in your fluid called oxytocin and another called vasopressin, and these are not just any hormones, they are the architects of human bonding. Oxytocin is the exact same substance that floods a mother's brain when she breastfeeds so that she falls madly in love with her baby and protects it with her life. When you deposit your fluid inside her, you are releasing a massive load of this oxytocin that her body absorbs through the vaginal walls, and the result is that her brain starts associating your smell, your presence, and your taste with a sensation of absolute safety and deep love. Imagine what this means for a mature woman. With age, estrogen levels drop, and often this brings dryness or irritability. Your fluid contains estrogens and testosterone that are absorbed locally, revitalizing her tissues. She feels literally that you are rejuvenating her from the inside. That sensation of vitality she experiences the next day, that extra energy, is thanks to the fact that you have transferred your own hormonal battery to her. That is why many women report in counseling feeling empty, incomplete, or emotionally distant when they use condoms for months with their stable partner, and they feel a sudden and intense re-inlovement when they stop using them. It is not psychological, it is the lack of your natural drug in her system, because you are literally reprogramming her brain to love you and need you close. It is an immense power, and like all biological power, it carries a responsibility regarding how you use it and who you share it with. There is a surprising fact that almost no one mentions, which is that the fluid also contains nerve growth factor, a protein that has anti-inflammatory and neuroprotective properties, which in simple terms means that your fluid helps her neurons stay healthy and young. So the next time she tells you she has a headache or is stressed, it is not a joke to tell her you have the natural remedy, because scientifically you are right. You possess a painkiller and a neuroprotector in your own biology that acts better than many commercial pills. But here comes the practical problem, because if your fluid is so wonderful and full of benefits, why do many women reject it, especially orally, or show aversion? Here enters your part of the deal and your responsibility as a mature man. Your fluid is a real-time biochemical report of your current health. It is like an audit of your body. If you smoke, if you drink a lot of alcohol, if you eat a lot of processed red meat, and if you don't drink enough water, your fluid will be bitter, acidic, and unpleasant. And biologically, a bitter taste is an evolutionary signal of poison or toxicity. If she rejects it, it is not because she doesn't love you or doesn't like you. It is because her primitive instinct tells her that that medicine is expired or toxic for her. If you want her to desire your biological pill, you have to improve the quality of the product, and it is simpler than you think. Foods like pineapple, celery, and cinnamon sweeten and neutralize the pH in almost 24 hours. Drinking 2 liters of water a day dilutes the salt concentration and increases the volume. And pay attention here, volume matters visually for her. Seeing a generous amount of fluid activates in the primitive female brain a signal of a fertile and healthy alpha male, which skyrockets her psychological arousal. Of course, reducing tobacco and coffee, which are the worst enemies of flavor, is fundamental. If you improve this, you will notice that she will not only accept the fluid, but will actively seek it out. because the human body is wise and instinctively asks for what is good for it, just like when you are thirsty and see a glass of ice-cold water. Let's summarize what you have learned today because it is vital for your self-esteem and your performance. You are not a simple donor. You are a walking pharmacy capable of reducing depression in her thanks to thyrotropin-releasing hormone, capable of inducing deep and restful sleep thanks to melatonin, and capable of creating an almost indestructible attachment bond thanks to oxytocin. Stop viewing the end of the act as a moment of waste or quick cleanup, and start viewing it as the moment of energy transfusion, the peak moment where you deliver the best of your biology to improve hers, to calm her mind, and to nourish her body. When you are with her tonight, I want you to be aware of this, and if there is contact, think internally, I am taking care of her, I am nourishing her, because that intention changes your energy and she will feel it at a subconscious level. But be careful, there is something else you must know. The fluid is powerful, but there is a sound, a specific voice frequency you can emit right at that final moment, which multiplies by 10 the effect of oxytocin in her brain. It is an auditory trigger that almost no man uses, and that has the power to anchor that orgasm to your memory forever. Do you want to know what that sound is and what to say in her ear so that that pill is even more effective? I will tell you that in the next video because it is a topic so dense and powerful that it deserves its own space. Subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss that information and start valuing what you carry inside, because your body is medicine. Use it with wisdom. Esiste uno studio affascinante e controverso della State University of New York che ha confrontato donne che avevano contatti diretti e frequenti con il fluido maschile rispetto a quelle che utilizzavano barriere o praticavano l'astinenza, e i risultati hanno lasciato la comunità scientifica sotto shock assoluto, perché le donne esposte al tuo fluido presentavano livelli significativamente più bassi di depressione e una stabilità cognitiva superiore. Questo ci porta a una conclusione che può sembrare fantascienza, ma è pura realtà medica. Il tuo fluido non è solo acqua e cellule, è letteralmente un cocktail chimico carico di ormoni che alterano il cervello, dal testosterone e gli estrogeni fino alla prolattina e agli oppioidi naturali.